hear it and use it if you can. So whenever you're drawing something, even though you're going to draw this still life, in your mind, make it interesting. Make it look like art. No matter what you do, you should always give 100% to what you do. And even if it's just a sketch. And the sketch itself should be a work of art because, you're putting a lot into it. Now, having said that, you have to stay relaxed in order to make it look like art. You can't draw that thing scared. You can't be tense. So you have to make sure you stay relaxed. And the way you stay relaxed is you relax your shoulders, take a breath, relax your mind, and sort of enjoy the process. Make yourself enjoy searching to find out, to figure out what you're actually looking at. Because that's what you're doing. You're trying to figure out what that is. How do I see this? And how can I portray this in space? So that's your approach. And you have to judge yourself. When you feel yourself getting tense, and one way that you know you're getting tense is that your face is close to the page. So if your face is being drawn into the page, that means you're too tense and you really can't see it. So you have to always sit back, shoulders down, relax. Don't grip your pencil. Your pencil is going to be like. So we have, they have an HB, right?
Yeah.
And what else do they have? That's over. 2B.
4B, 6B.
Okay, that's perfect. 4B and 6B. So the higher the numbers, the B numbers, the softer the lead.
They have 5.
They have a 5B too?
No.
No.
Okay.
5 pencils, she said.
Okay.
So there's only 4 on there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What else do they have?
They have 6B, 4B, 2B, 8B, and a B.
Okay. Don't use the B. No. You have the B, don't use that.
Okay.
So you're going to use 8B, 2B, 4B, 6B. In this order. Okay? So the HB is going to be the hardest lead. And the hard lead draws the lightest line. When you draw with a pencil, you put no pressure on the paper. Do not dig into the paper. So a lot of one of the major mistakes that artists make, who are young artists or even young professionals, is they will put pressure on the paper, and what happens is that will cause the pencil to have like a type of sheen on top of it, and once you frame it, you can't see it because there's too much glare and everything. So you don't press into the paper. When you want to make darker lines, you go to a different pencil. When you want to make a darker line, you go to a different pencil. I suggest right now, just doing those boxes, that you start with the HB, so you do it in this order. And you use this pencil the last. Okay? No erasing. No erasing. Your art gum is just for highlights and cleanup. And that's at the end of the drawing. Okay? Everybody understand that part? So, when you draw with your HB, it's probably going to make a line kind of like that. Can you see that line I just made? Can you see it? Good. And I'm drawing with charcoal, Conte. So if I can do this with Conte, you can do that with a pencil. Right?
Yes.
Okay. 2B, maybe something like that. 4B, like that. then 6B is going to be something like that. So this is your sketch. Sketch the whole thing in HB. The whole thing. We don't talk a lot about composition, but draw big and make sure you draw the table, the shadows, and the background. Not detail, no detail though, just lights and darks. Okay? For your shading, I think everybody know how to shade except you. We're going to use hash marks. We're going to use cross hatching, which you make marks in different directions. And you keep going as much as you want to. And that's how you shade. Okay? You don't dig into the paper. So you're going to sketch with the HB, then you're going to go back in and start shading, well, with detail with the 2B, and you can start shading with the 4B and 6B. When you say detail. Don't draw the tape or the letters, none of that stuff. When I'm talking about details, I mean the lines and the angles of the lines. Now here's a little secret. You can, once you make your drawing, to kind of test it, to see if it's correct, you can also draw the negative space. That's the space around those boxes. To see that you have it in scale, draw the negative spaces. So that's all the space that's around the box. It's like a puzzle. Look at it as a puzzle. So for instance, if you have a sketch, this is sort of like the angle that I'm looking at the box. So you have, notice how I'm doing my sketch. I'm just feeling it out with my eyes, the large shapes. The large shapes first. And then you refine the sketch later. So you build it up slowly, and you refine it later. So when you draw the box that's open, I want to see that cavity. I don't think Abram can see the cavity there. You might have to reposition it. So you're going to draw the table as well, because you want to place the object somewhere. And that's not drawing the background, but you can just shade the background somehow to make it project or pop out. Now the way that you test to see if everything is in perspective. So pay attention to scale. And I think if you just draw large, you'll take care of that. And perspective. So perspective is basically everything is going to have a vanishing point. So if you have a block here, this is 1 point perspective, and all these lines that's on the same plane is going to meet somewhere in the background. So that's how I can tell if I have the angle of the lines correct. So it has to meet at this vanishing point right here. So these angles are very important. Usually this line, that line, and this line is on the same plane. This line, and this line is on the same plane because it's three-dimensional, right? So this line, that line is on the same plane, and this line, and that line is on a different plane. So that's a little secret. That's going to be the same. That is going to be the same. This. It's going to be the same angles. Okay? And the last thing, draw what you see. And not just what you know. Draw what you see with your eyes. If you don't see it, don't draw it. You know that this box has another side, but if you can't see it, don't draw it, right? If I don't want to see what's in your head, I want to see how you see things. Any questions? Okay, so you know, I'll probably hang this on the board there. So you're going to use the pencils in order. Don't press down on the paper. When you want things to be darker, just shade, crosshatch, hatch, marks over it and build it up. Make it look interesting, you know, because beautiful lines and shading, it's art. It's beautiful. So, go ahead.